Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Shadi. Yeah, walk us through like the latest and greatest.
All right. One
Mm-hmm.
second. You can see the screen.
Yep, I can see the screen.
Perfect. So this is the home page.
Perfect.
We have here the three projects.
Mm-hmm.
When you click on the learn more, it takes you to the project page for each one.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we have how it works. I'm gonna add some lines up beneath the how it works.
Okay.
Some text to kind of give it a little bit of information. And same with the projects section.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put projects up here and then a little bit of some text right here that can be easily
Okay.
edited by anyone has access.
Mm-hmm.
Same with all of this content too is easily editable through WordPress. And so if let's go to Agroverse.
Yeah.
This is what the project page looks like. I still need to, I'm going to add a couple, like there's going to be a couple buttons right here
Okay.
that will, give us more information, like the status of this project and the roles, which when you click on it, it'll scroll down and the
Okay.
roles will be right beneath this content.
Okay.
So now let's go to the
Mm-hmm.
other site that I'm working on, which
Okay.
has more of the caching and a little bit of animation and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh, nice.
it has a little bit of a smooth scrolling.
Yeah, I see that.
Um, and then if we go, this is what the one of the inside pages will look like.
Whoa.
Also, this will be black
Okay.
background with the white text.
Okay.
But when we scroll down, we have a little
Mm.
slider right here,
Okay.
the roles.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very cool, man.
So you can still see it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Very
And you
nice.
see that I made it smaller, right?
Yeah, it's like mobile, it's like mobile friendly.
Yep. So same thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so cool. Nice. I like the effect. So basically, what I'm understanding from you is like you basically have two different sites like running in parallel right there on your machine. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the one that we're gonna like go live like with today or tomorrow, right?
So I'm gonna do that today.
Okay, perfect. And once that is like live, then give me the details. I'll go in and change the DNS so that like TrueSight.me points to the new like main site. And then let's see what else. Okay, so when you're like ready, you're gonna do the push of like the second version of the site to the main production. We call this like the production environment from now on. Yeah.
Yeah. So able to are you want me to because you want to change the DNS records. Do you want me to because I was just gonna put it live on one of my domains for
Ah, I
now
see.
until we like make
Okay.
the actual site live and
I
then we can
see.
switch it over.
I see. Okay, makes sense. So actually, the interesting thing I'm thinking of, now kind of like see like the progress made. I'm like thinking in terms of like engineering infrastructure, right? Because like we
Yeah.
have like the production side, and usually the way it like operates is like you have kind of like a development side and a production side. So you can like go to the development side to see like what's in the pipeline, and then like when everyone is like say, okay, this is good, then we kind of like deploy it to like the production side. What do you think about like this setup?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So when I'm
yeah, yeah,
done with this, before so I'm going to be connecting my local site to my GitHub,
yeah.
and so I'm going to be pushing everything to my GitHub, and then
Okay.
because you gave me access to the DAO's GitHub,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be able to transfer it over there, and
yeah, yeah.
then anything that I do locally will be pushed to the dev repo,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we can go from there,
So what I'm thinking of in terms of after this, like send me your GitHub ID, and then like what I'm thinking of is like I'll make you like one of the administrators for the GitHub's our organization on GitHub.
Okay.
And for this like wait, what the hell is that? Give me a second. Anupa tried to call me. Maybe she's trying to join. Give me a second. I just like sent her the link. Yeah. Okay, that's you. So the way I'm like thinking about it is that since like it's a WordPress like system and like the config file is kind of like in there, so we don't want it to be
Yeah.
a public repository. So
It
we'll
won't
only
be.
yeah. So the repository will create in the DAOs like op for GitHub. We'll like make it a private, and then like engineers that actually like part of the DAO, they're like promise that they actually want to do stuff and like have like some level of governance tokens, we'll like give them access and make them like give them access to the GitHub like organization. Our get like our organization like profile on like GitHub. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the way that I usually do it when I'm deploying anything, I always like I have my little Git file,
Yeah.
and where I don't upload everything,
Okay.
so
Okay.
not everything will be public when I
Okay.
upload it to GitHub,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially the config files.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So how do you think about like managing that config file if it's like not gonna be in GitHub? Because like one way we can do it is like we have the git ignore file in the GitHub repository, just
yeah,
ignores the config file, but in the production environment and maybe in the development environment, those config files should be there and they should not be overwritten.
yeah, they'll be there, but it won't be
Yeah,
public. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, that works. And then I think we probably like need to have like a spare copy of those two backed up somewhere in case like someone accidentally deletes like those
100%.
Yeah.
So always have I'm always gonna have a local copy on my
Okay.
machine, and then in my GitHub.
Yeah.
Uh, so just in case anything happens, and then we can also do like weekly backups of the site too, just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah. That's true. And also what we can potentially do is like since like the landing pages is kind of technically pretty private, right? We can like just like send the file over there and then like in the landing pages like just start new like
Yeah,
new engineers that come in that join the landing pages like might not have access to that, but well because they're new, right? If we can like trust them enough, we can like pick that and just like shove it out again and start it. Then right now what I'm like seeing is that there's kind of like two channels. One is like called the landing pages, which is like technically like an engineering like guild. And then there's the other like engineering guild, which like Derek and Suhei are on. I'm like not sure like whether Derek is gonna translate. I gave like Suhei the ultimatum is like saying, hey, if Derek does not come for the meeting on like the first of next month, I'm gonna vote to have that particular channel shut down. Because like with the new restriction, like we're only restricting to 8 channels within our DAO. So if that's kind of like a dead way, we should kill it. And I'm proposing to add this as like
okay,
the new channel. Yeah.
okay,
Cool. Anupa, how are you?
sounds good.
Good, good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good.
Sadie like just showed me the website.
Okay, can I have a look at it?
Yeah, let me send you the links. There's 2 links that I'm gonna send you.
Yeah.
Or I could send them in here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Chat. Okay. So one link. And then here's the next link. So I was just telling
Yeah.
Gary that I have two different sites running right now. One with some of the updates,
Yeah.
and the other one is without the updates. But
Okay.
once we get off this phone call, I'm gonna be making this site, making both sites into one, and then putting it on
Okay.
the beta.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Something I'm thinking about that I actually mentioned in the town hall like yesterday or the day before, now that we kind of like past the autumn equinox. And well, you've noticed like more than 50% of the town hall members have been pruned and like putted out to the beer hall. I think like now our operations is coming online. Like it's time to start treating the DAO more seriously. So the re-onboarding process. Once we have like really defined like what the re-onboarding process is for existing DAO members and like new future DAO members,
Yeah.
and have that like set up in our main DAO's like website. I'm gonna propose that in the town hall for voting that all new DAO members that want to gain access to the town hall must have gone through the onboarding process. Otherwise, they'll only like stay in the beer hall and get drunk, talk about business development, but they will have no right whatever so to vote on DAO policies in the future.
So what exactly is the onboarding process?
So basically, you have to like read from my perspective, there are a few things, right? You have to like read the white paper of like the main DAO, like TrueSight DAO, to actually understand how we operate. And then you have to like tell us, from my perspective, I've been reading a whole bunch of like literature, what your superpower is, what your ability is, and why do you actually want to join us?
Yeah.
Then,
yeah, can I add to that? So I had created a form which I was telling you guys earlier.
Yeah.
So I have let me just share my screen. Yeah, right. So if we take this as our, as our map, right? So once they come, we need to, so the point that you just raised, Gary, about them read the white paper, then that will go somewhere here as a overall arcing thing, that these are the things that you need to do. Once you've done that, then you apply. So once it says activate, then it goes into the form. So let's say this is for the beer hall: name, email address, URL, LinkedIn. Why do you want to join? Description, I don't know if they want to add anything like a PDF or something they want to share, and they submit. Once they do that, then they get an email saying that, dear Claudia, we are here to join and to bring you in, blah, blah, blah. This is what the beer hall does. This is what, you will get out of it. These are the rules. If you have any more questions, these are the rules. How do you join? Install WhatsApp. This is the link that you get. Except, I think that I don't know how this should happen, like, except the terms and conditions also should be some sort of format over here. Over here, that we should have some sort of, once it activates and then it says, terms and conditions of what they need to do. And then they get this email. So now there are a few questions that I wanted to ask. Once they get this email, once you review it, do they immediately get this automated email, or will somebody manually send them this?
I think
because if we are screening, then it can't be a automated process.
It cannot be automated,
right?
Yeah. It cannot be automated.
Yeah. Sadie, I wanted to ask you one thing. So on Wix, what happens is that when you have a form, you get like all the data updates of the people who have joined. Then they have this thing called this marketing email approach, where you can create like a automated form, and then it can go directly to the sender. Though it's manual, but you don't have to sit and type out the letter. You can just keep sending out the same letter to like many people. Is that possible on WordPress as well?
Yeah, so because I'm using this plugin called Gravity Forms, it has a lot of different options. So we can have this this email or this content already generated for once someone reviews the submission, and then this can be sent out to many different, like all, as many people as you want at one time.
Yeah. Can I get access to Gravity Forms to have a look at it? Because, to tailor make the the reply, and also to see in terms of how the visuality looks of it, or is it something that you can only do from your side?
So Gravity is because it's a plugin, so like you'll be able to play around with it in WordPress. But I can't give you like anything right now until I make the site go live, the beta site. So you can go around and test all the different features that Gravity Forms has.
Or like separately. Like I can, like I can make my own account and then just like see which one works, and then
No, you won't be able to. So the way that because again, it's just a plugin, so you don't have to make your own account. You just do everything in WordPress. So it's kind of like how Wix works. When you go into your Wix account, you just play around in there. There's no like separate account for Gravity Forms. It's all done inside of WordPress. It's like incorporated in the theme, in the templates, and everything like that.
So then in that case, if I need to look at any templates, then I need to go through the WordPress account that you're using right now.
So the thing is, Gravity Forms doesn't have templates or anything like that, because it's for developers. You can go to their site, the Gravity Forms site, and they do have like examples of like what you can create. And those examples are basically just the default of what
I mean, if you think that if these are just default, something that just looks aesthetically nice, I'm not really particular about like it just shouldn't look like a how those normal form looks. So so that's one. Then in terms of, let's say, the contributor, so we can say name, email address, you are LinkedIn, in what capacity would you like to join, and we can have like a drop down menu of the roles that are there within that project, and why would you like to join, and I think that's pretty forward, and then they would get the similar email so if they've already picked a role, then we'll have to make, I don't know, can we do like multiple emails depending on the role, or does it have to be like one standard email feedback? Because if it's, let's say, for, I don't know, social,
you can do different conditions. So So that's not a problem.
Okay. So then in that case, Gary, I think we'll need to figure out what kind of roles are there that we're giving out in order to make the, in order to make the, what do you call it, the replies, right? So let's say for social media, for for, I don't know, let's say development, I don't know what kind of roles that we're looking at, and also let's say the terms and conditions that this is like pro bono, and all those things have to be kind of like sorted out.
So the terms and conditions will be on the form, like underneath like the description, there will be a box where you have to tick for like accepting the terms and conditions.
I don't know if we should, I mean, definitely we should do the terms and conditions, but also I think it should be written in the email, because how many people actually read terms and conditions? Unless,
I think the 3 roles are fine. Like sleepwalker, contributor, and investor. Sleepwalker just like go and hang around.
Contributor, but within the contributor, let's say all of us are doing different things within AgriVerse, right? So then I don't know, social media, or if I am, I don't know, operations, then my necessity is going to be, it's almost like doing job descriptions. So
I think here it's like you have the way I'm thinking of it, right? It's kind of like the recruitment portal, You recruit more members into the guild, they might not be deployed. It's like yesterday, remember the analogy I shared in town hall? You have like 100 heroes in the guild, but at any time, like only 4 heroes are fighting the monsters. The others are just sitting on the bench doing nothing because they're not like really being used yet. But we know like
Yeah.
what anytime we go to like any of those heroes like sitting on the bench, we know what the stats are. Are they like a flame ball thrower, a magic caster, a barbarian? This is like what we are like getting them to give us. What are the statistics of yours? Now? What's your superhero? What's your motivation? It's like what's your superpower and what's your motivation? And like
Okay,
where
then in that case, we
yeah
shouldn't have the drop-down menu. We should just say in what capacity would you like to join,
yeah
and they can write
yeah
whatever they can, and then
yeah
we can
yeah
see if there's a role available for that, and
yeah.
just start working.
And then I was like looking at this form that Mind Valley uses very successfully. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Okay, let me just then finish one thing. Then this is the investor. In which project would you like to invest? I'm sure they'll just say, and any comments, but I doubt it an investor is gonna come through a website form, but whatever.
I think it is more like they're already part of the guild. They want to like throw money in, like Val and Vlatko, they are like that. Okay, let me share my screen. Like this is like the way Mind Valley onboard like new superheroes into their ecosystem. Let me show this. See that when it loads in. So basically, it says like, what is the experience that you want to live? What do you really want to experience in this life before you die? Basically, your bucket list, right? It's like, okay. And then like from there, it's like once you define that within the context of like your personal, it's like, okay, this is exactly my bucket list, and like this is what the things I'm willing to grow to get there. Then I'm like seeing in terms of like, okay, this is our DAO. Actually, we want to be able to leave this experience within the DAO, right? And this is okay. This is what I want to experience, and this is what I'm willing to do and grow to actually like go there. And then from there, basically this like the super abilities that they're willing to cultivate within themselves. And then like these are the kind of like things I'm willing to contribute. Does the mental model like gel, or is kind of like disconnected?
This is good, but I think people need to be a bit more invested in the because see, I feel like for Mind Valley, when you're already going through that experience or you wanting to adopt something like that, you're quite focused, right? So in our case, I don't know if we've reached that stage as yet. This is nice for somebody who's already joined, and there is a let's follow-up email saying that okay, what is the experience? Or let's say even for me, where I'm already invested, let's say for like Sadie, he's also invested, that we can evaluate what our experience, growth, and contribution.
Okay, I get your point.
I think we should definitely use it for our second stage.
So basically like the interview, right? Because like this like website is like you come, you tell us like a bit about yourself, your super ability. Then I think like the LinkedIn profile becomes absolutely critical. It's like a required like URL. It's like field, you cannot skip it, because how do we even know you're kind of like some random Tom, Dick, and Harry that no reason to be in here in the first place.
So, or some URL, like there might be somebody with a personal portfolio, something.
Some URLs by yourself, from a professional
something, to give that to give that leverage. Okay. Then there is one, and this is on Sketch. Can I send you the Sketch file? Or do I put it up on Figma?
Wait. Yeah, maybe put it on Figma. It's easier, for everybody.
Okay.
Okay. You have access to the admin account on Figma, right? You're using that, right? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So now my next question is that this is, I think I need to be, I don't know, maybe if we can create a website group, is that if we have like structure, role, status, we talked about support your taste, right? So let's say if it goes into retail, okay, wholesale, it can directly go into either yours or Val's account, if you're dealing with the operations.
I think it goes into the support@agroverse.shop account.
Yeah, but I'm guessing you or Val will reply to that, right? Since you guys are looking into
the operations side.
And I think that people who join this also, I think we should do multi-channel marketing, not only just depend on the shop Agroverse, because there might be people who just come in for the idea of the farmers, and they can use the TrueSight also. For this, I would like to add few of the points from the actual the actual Agroverse now website.
I
So
see.
Gary, you add me onto that or create just a website group, because the strategy of, that's what I was trying to tell you, that the strategy of both the groups need to align.
Actually, if such is the case, I'll just add Emmeline to like this landing page group,
Yeah, okay.
Or
That'll be great.
do you feel comfortable just sharing this in the town hall or what?
I think let us not put everything, for town hall view.
Yeah. Okay.
If she doesn't mind coming onto this group,
Yeah.
then that would be great. Then, both of
Okay.
us can also
Yeah.
align
Yeah.
onto the, like then I can also add onto
All
the
right.
process of
Yeah. Because
the web. Yeah.
good. Because I'm like trying to restrict everybody from being in too many groups, and it's like kind of wasting everybody's attention at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
But
So
I
we have to
think,
be very good.
I know, and I totally agree,
Yeah.
because I think I was spread too thin. But
You
yeah,
spread
if
too
we
thin. You definitely spread too thin. That's why I kind of kicked you out. Kaboom, out of
yeah,
the ops and
like this
the
so much.
social marketing.
But the social marketing, I know I'm gone, but I think visuality plays a big part, and I hope the people doing next
I
think
think
and
the
take that point in mind.
the way I like see it, like manage everything like using like quant. So Suhei is like from my perspective, I was like thinking this morning, what's the main
But
role?
have you used Canva? Canva, you don't do anything. There are like some
No, yeah.
5,000 templates.
No,
I've
really.
created one for TrueSight, and you
I
just
see.
have to add it. So if you're making a reel,
I
they'll give
see.
you like some 50, 60 free options. You just have to add the text and that's it. I think you should use that because it's like super easy.
Maybe
Yeah.
after this call, like we should like have another separate call. Like immediately after this, you walk me through like Canva.
Yeah.
Don't have to like drag Shadi into it. Yeah, Shadi.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just
Okay.
I just wanted to show you what Gravity Forms looks like when you're in
Cool.
there. Like,
Yeah.
this is how you create the form, and then it gives you all like the people that the entries, people that submit information, and you can do a bulk action, resend notifications. So when we go in here,
That's perfect.
notifications.
Yeah.
We can add different notifications too, and so here's all like the different stuff that can be put into the email that gets sent out to them.
Do we have to configure the SMTP?
It's better that we do.
Okay.
It's better that we use a plugin, because the way that WordPress sends out emails is not safe. It's not secure.
No.
So
I see.
Okay. It's better to set up
I can provide the SendGrid credentials later on. Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, SendGrid. That's perfect because I work with them. And then I'm just gonna show you, like, this is a site that I created for this company I'm for.
Okay.
And I like it.
Thank you. Like, this is just a sign me up. And here's like a contact, form, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything has to be filled in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like so nice.
The responsive part that you had in the beginning, if you go up right on top.
Where?
On the landing page.
On this one?
Yeah. So this is what we were thinking with those, those cards that, which says contribute, they can appear like this.
I see.
So,
when you scroll down, they scroll out, huh?
Yeah, and then when you click on the main one, it can like jump out, or anything better that you can think of, in terms of the UI, that would be great.
Yeah, so that's why I created those two different links. One is the one that's like white, and that one has the animation, and I'm going to be adding more animation, like just stuff as you scroll, like it'll come into view, and then when you scroll out, it'll go away from view, and so I'm going to put in some of those animations.
Gary, do we have any partners? We can have a like a running.
Suhei, I'm like not in charge of partnership.
Do we have anything up till now? Like
partnership? They come and go, I was like, you can like talk to maybe like Yashua. I know like the Dimani, maybe. And then who else? The
No,
Alberto
but like
group.
let's say
Yeah.
Val and like they're like investing, right? So
Yeah.
maybe if they want, we can, highlight their companies.
Why?
If
It doesn't really do anything for us,
who?
their companies. Val is like
Oh no,
investing personally out of his like money. So like don't get his company involved,
no,
and he
no, he
doesn't want to get
works
it.
for a company. Oh, I thought he
Yeah,
was
he doesn't
self-employed.
he doesn't want to like don't get his company involved, you know. Like
No, no,
we
I
really
thought he
talked
was
about it.
self-employed. No, obviously
No,
we
he
can't
works for a
randomly.
company. He works for another.
Ah, okay.
All this time, people working for other companies.
Okay. No, if there's
Yeah.
anybody self-employed who wants some visibility, we can do that. Okay.
You know, the way I would see it, we should probably avoid doing that initially because it becomes like the shit show that's like happening right now in like Davos for the House of Balance. People come in, put their money, and ended up like hogging on all to the bandwidth for their own brand. It's like it kind of compromises on the integrity of the mission.
True.
Makes sense. It's like we don't
Yeah.
want them to come in with this like mentality that I'm doing like something for my barter trade, and it's like then what's the point, you know? People we like did that like for I think like close to 8 months, like last year. It was a fucking waste of my time, you know. They come in, they actually don't fucking contribute. They are like ended up like hogging on to
No, not
everybody's
like a
attention.
large company, but let's say like a small
No,
scale business.
especially the small fucking companies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck them. Tell them to fuck off. That's my point of view, all right? It's very clear now. Done? Okay.
I agree. I don't think any like
No.
like endorsements or
No, fuck
sponsors
that shit.
would be-
It's like
yeah.
basically the word is fuck that shit. It's like they come in, then like now they're talking about what can I gain out of this. Now they're fucking exploiting the community. We want the people that are actually missionaries to come in, the mercenaries that are thinking, trying to mask over as missionaries, they can go fuck off for all I care. Make sense?
Mhm.
Perfect. Done.
By the way, we are looking into some proposals.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next maybe 1 month or two we'll be ready. And I can send something over to you. So if you could have your girlfriend or your sister look at it, if they have the time, no
Sadie,
pressure.
you have a girlfriend?
I do, yeah.
Oh, perfect. I don't.
The one that works for the UN.
Nice, perfect.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that would be great. Okay.
And I will yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Perfect. I think like once like the whole thing is up, because like I was been talking to the cooperative, they're really like started like surfacing some ESG initiatives. Even like setting up like an NGO to like handle the funneling of the funds to them. I'm thinking when the sales like starts flowing, we should like really start looking at incorporating non-profit like B Corp in like the US, maybe even converting whatever we have to like a B Corp, and then like that will actually help with the funneling of funds, you know? Because otherwise like a huge chunk of it just like gets taken away by the US taxes. Yeah. So something to explore in the future, but not now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Anything else to talk about? I think we are almost like time's up, right?
That's it. So what I'll do is that I'll update the Figma and I'll add the text. And yeah, I'll just let you know. So then you can just
okay.
And also figure out just the journey for the how the contributor and the in terms that would work. I think that's primary necessity right now.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Anupa, after this, maybe you and me, we hop on to like another like call. Walk through
sure.
the camera. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes. Okay.
Sadie, thank you for your time.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Let's schedule to meet like next Monday, perhaps.
Sounds good. And I will
like
once
this
I
coming Monday, like in 3 days.
Oh.
Or the Monday after.
You know what? Let's like do next Thursday. How's that?
Okay.
I'm going to be traveling. Can we do Friday if that's possible?
Okay, let's do Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do Friday.
And I'm gonna, when I put the link live, I will send you guys a notification today.
Perfect. And Sadie, share with me your GitHub ID as well, so I make you like part of the GitHub organization administrator.
Sounds good. I think I already gave it to you, and you already made me.
Oh, okay. Did I?
Yeah.
Just send it again. I think I probably like gave you access to like one repo. Make you like one of the administrators because they got like almost like in charge of the whole stack at this point. Yeah.
Sounds good. I will send that
Okay.
to you.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.